Hello, this is part 2 of my doll video, which I wasn't really intending on making, but I had such fun doing the other one I thought I would. Let us begin with Mr. Paul, who was completely bare in the previous video, but I have found him this rather revolting pair of 1970s trousers, which are actually meant to be full length, but on him look like sort of funky surfing shorts. But that's not how he should look. He is a 1960s man, and hopefully I can find him some appropriate wear, but at least it saves his dubious modesty for now. What am I going to show you now? Well, firstly, I would like you to meet, I'm down the floor now, this is my original, how are we going to do this without, yep, go further back, okay. This is my original patch. Now you'll notice a great deal of difference from the patches that I showed you in the first video, which we'll have a look at in a minute. This is a Canterbury patch, apparently, because they were made in Canterbury. After the initial batch, they changed them to this variety. I remember having this patch bought for me in Weston-super-Mare on a holiday, and we'd searched and searched and searched for a patch because by this time they'd kind of become obsolete and it was very difficult, and I found her and I have cherished her probably more than any other doll because she was so special. And you can see that her hair and her face paint, which was all done individually, the freckles and the eyelashes and everything were painted on. Perhaps not so well as the original straight-haired patches, but they were good. And these amazing, come back so you can see her full, these beautiful outfits that they made, absolutely so resilient, or not indestructible because they do fall apart eventually, but with care these things last and last. I mean, this must have been bought in about 1972 perhaps at the latest, I think, and yet the stitching and this wool, like it's like a boiled wool blazer type, and the little kilt, which is a bit crushed, sorry, and her woolly tights and her shoes and everything are in perfect order. And I've put gloves on for this one so you can't see my hands. Let's just show you. They open with these little poppers. And while I'm showing you that, I can show you this. This is a Sindy duffel coat, a 1960s one. Look how the attention, sorry, focus. The attention to detail is quite amazing, and all of the outfits that were genuine had this little a genuine Sindy, made in Hong Kong unfortunately, but most things were at that point. Genuine Sindy. And if you look in Patch's skirt, sorry lady, you have got tights on so your modesty is preserved. Where's the label? Oh, it's got all squished. Well, that is the, oh, boo. There is a label in her skirt that says genuine patch. Honest. It's just because the skirt's got creased. Oh well. Anyway, this was my Canterbury patch. My only Canterbury patch, because the other ones are the original versions with the straight hair. I'm not sure how much more rare these are. I think they are actually, and I was very, very fortunate to get her. So there you go. That's my girl. What was I going to show you? This book is very useful if you are... Sorry, love. Sorry. Got to stand you up. Can't have you lying down like that. This book is very useful. There is the original Sindy and the original straight-haired patch on the cover. British Dolls of the 1960s by Susan Brewer and Sally Tuffin, who we mentioned in the last video. Yeah, so what was I going to show you? Yes, this is Tuffin and Foal, who designed some of the clothes for Sindy, and that black raincoat that I showed you on the doll, that was part of that outfit. Shopping in the rain, so stylish. What else? Yes, I suppose I could just go through this, but is there any need? Probably not. Oh, Paul! Right, yes, Paul, who I just showed you with his ridiculous trousers, his temporary trousers. This is what he's supposed to look like. He's kind of meant to be the fifth Beatle or something, but yeah, he wasn't very successful and a bit, I don't know, not very convincing, really, when you put him next to her. But he did have some funky outfits anyway. And then they replaced him with this version, which has just got this kind of Beatle wig on, which was even more bizarre. And he's got very small feet. He just does, it's all out of proportion. And here are some of the original patches of which I showed you in the last video. That's the set that I showed you there, with the water wings and the bathing costume and the towel that I've got. I'd love this one, the brownie outfit, but I haven't got it. Maybe one day. And what else was I going to... oh yes, that's the key. I was talking about Tressie and her wind-up hair. The key wasn't in her abdomen, it was in her back. And there it is. And I think you pressed a button in her stomach and the hair came out, and then you used the key to wind it back in. But you either lost the key or it didn't work. There you go. I was going to show you one more thing in this, I think. What was it? Before we move on. Didn't want to just be looking through the books. Oh yes, I referred to... see the lady there on the left in the stripy red swimsuit? I said that that was Skipper. It's not. It's Tressie's sister, Toots. Focus on the book, please. That's Toots. The one behind her, with a little pom-pom hat on, that's the Skipper, that's Barbie's sister. This one, with the slightly gammy eye, is Toots, I think. Could be wrong about that again, but I think because she's got this... oh, focus! Because she's got that long strand of hair coming out, I think she also might have had the wind-up hair because she was Tressie's sister. And it probably didn't work either. Anyway, moving on to this. This was the Barbie case that I wanted to get out. Isn't that just gorgeous? What a lovely thing. The world of Barbie. I've never seen another one of these. I'm not sure, but sorry, jumping about here on this video, but I did sell a number of my original dolls, which I really regret, as you do. Stupid. And I did have an original Barbie, a really good condition original Barbie, which I think had come from America. And I think this did too. I don't think this is the sort of thing that was readily available, but I can't ask anybody because my parents aren't here to ask where they got these things from, but I'm sure it definitely says made in the USA down there. That doesn't mean anything could be imported, but I've never seen another one like this. Let's just open it a minute. I loved this. It smelt kind of vinily. Still does after all this time. It's got little pockets in the side and a kind of dressing area. It was lovely. It still is lovely. I wasn't mad on Barbie. It wasn't really my thing, but it's a beautiful item, and I like beautiful items, as you probably guessed. I'm just going to show you a few more of my bits of ephemera here. This is just to show Daisy. Here's Daisy. Daisy's the lady in the Swiss Miss dress with the red headscarf. There. Hello. Let's get back down here. There we go. There she is. That's my original Daisy. Looking good. And this is the cards you used to get with the clothing. I've managed to keep hold of one of them. I don't know how. I must have been a very precious child. I really must. I think what I liked about these dolls, I didn't really play with them. That's why they're in such good order. I didn't really have games with them and whatever you meant to do with dolls. I was more interested in this collecty business of outfits and all the names they were given. Look, it's just incredible that Mary Quant was coming up with these mad things. And then you've got these little books, which I've still got, which told you what she was doing when she was wearing them. I'm going to read one of them because they're just so mad. Hang on. Oh, where's that one I really like? Sorry. Yes, there's the Swiss Miss outfit that I just showed you, and the Lola dress, which was next to it, which is nice to be able to see them in there. Super, where's that one? March. Super time at the Grand National. Don't really like that. Never mind. Super time at the Grand National. Jason's horse wins. Feel great in my camel coat. Wrap up. Includes a brown pleated skirt. The boat race. And Adam adores my get-up of denim and rack-edged gingham and red boots. I don't. I think it's rather horrible. I prefer those two. They're much more elegant, but some of them are a bit 70s. Yes, it's just oh, this one's great. Sorry, one more. Focus. Sorry, I can't read it. May, flip over to Paris with Judd for lunch. Have wild strawberries. The French go wild too over my Prince of Wales suit. Charlie girl. It's good fun. That's the outfit there. You can see the ones that I've just looked at there. There's the Swiss Miss one and the one that was next to it, and there's that one there. So they're all Daisy ones. Yeah, so you get these little I was more interested in these books and the outfits than I didn't really know what to do with the dolls. It's just like, yeah, not sure. But I did like the collecty bit of it. And with Sindy, you've got this, with the early Sindys, you've got this. Sindy and Paul are now joined by that rascal Patch. I don't know what year this was, whether it's got a date on it. No, it just says United Kingdom. Oh, hang on, are we still in shillings here? Or whatever. Sorry, this must be very boring for you. I just wondered if you joined the Sindy Club, you had to pay in shillings. Maybe the price is... Ah, yes, it's shillings. So this came out before decimalisation, obviously. So there you go. You could buy a pop record for Sindy. I just loved this. That's the schoolgirl's outfit. And then little yellow sou'wester that I showed you last time. It's great. Oh, let's... That's what I wanted to find. It's not easy with these gloves on, but I'm sparing you my hands. Look, I've got to get this somehow. I don't know how. Motorway Man. Look at that. That is just classic. Who wouldn't want that as compared to what he's wearing at the moment? So, for motoring around town or taking country walks with Sindy, Paul chooses a mottled brown felt car coat. Do they exist anymore? I think they should if they don't. It sounds very Alan Partridge, actually. It's a bit Alan Partridge. Only not with... Hasn't got moulded hair, has he, Alan Partridge? Not yet, anyway. Mottled brown felt car coat with a brown mock fur collar over a black polar-necked pullover. Paul wears brown, black checked trousers, Chelsea boots and socks. Flask and mug complete Paul's outfit. Well, I might not be able to get hold of the flask and the mug because they've probably long since disappeared. But, yeah, come on. He's got to have that. This is a little book of Skipper. Who is Skipper? I got her wrong. I said that was Skipper. That's not Skipper. This is Skipper in the lovely skating outfits. Skipper is Barbie's little sister, but this is gorgeous. No, it's almost 1950s Americana. Beautiful. It's almost like a book in itself. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, the outfit. There's the skating outfit. There you go. Don't do that, please. There you go. There's the skating outfit. I've even got the muff that goes with that, which is rather nice. It's just beautiful. It's like something, like a fairy tale little book. So glad I've got that. Barbie's little sister. And when I was talking about the Dawn Model Agency, unfortunately I got rid of some of these as well, and I really wish I hadn't. I think I got rid of them because they looked very 70s. Or maybe I was just being greedy and trying to make some money because they were a bit rare. But I got rid of poor old Dale there. There's Dale. There we go. Poor Dale. I got rid of her. I got rid of various ones that I didn't like the short hairstyles of because it reminded me of the hideous hairstyle I had as a child. And I didn't think that was a good thing. And there was Men. Where's the Men book? Yeah, I had a man. I had Van the Man. Here he is. Focus on Van. Van! I had Van and I sold him. I didn't have Gary. Oh dear, yeah, one of my big regrets, besides the Barbie that I sold, the really, really special one, was, let's go back up to Pippa here. I had a Gale. And Gale was really rare. Gale looked like Brit, but not quite. This is Brit in her charming plaid top and purple leggings. And I had a Gale. Gale was slightly lighter skinned, I think. And I sold Gale. I should not have done it. I've sold quite a lot of this. I sold the bedroom furniture from Pippa's house. I sold the bathroom furniture. I would just say to you, if you have any of these things, don't do it. Unless you're absolutely desperate to pay the gas bill or whatever. Do not sell your precious things because you will regret it. Did I say about this little cat earlier? That comes from, I think, this outfit. Oh, God, how close are you? This comes from her outfit, I think. Yes. Anyway, you can see the difference there. You look at that patch there with the straight hair, and then you look at my Canterbury patch, there is a difference. And actually the original patches had much better face painting. They were all hand painted, and they were much more in the style of the Pepper and Tammy dolls with the beautiful vivid colour and the hand painted eyelashes and freckles and everything. Whereas my beautiful Canterbury is not very vivid in comparison. But still utterly fab. Was there anything else I wanted to show you? Just quickly, I don't really... Stand up, lady. Sorry. Oh, the professionalism, I know you love it. This is Nina. Nina is my only large doll. And she has a record. No, she doesn't. Turn round, sorry. I feel like I'm abusing them. Bend over, turn round. She's got pants on. In that cavity there at the back, there was a record which made her talk. The record is gone, which is strange for me because I keep hold of everything, so I don't know what was going on there. But you could also make her walk, which I'm not going to attempt to do with one hand. But she's an unusual doll. As I've said, I wasn't really a doll. Strangely enough, I wasn't a doll person in the sense that I didn't like baby dolls. I'm not going to say I didn't like you, love, because of course I do. But I didn't really know what to do with them. I was never maternal or really... I don't know. I didn't want to kind of have a baby thing going on. So I used to just like the dressing of them and the arranging of them and the looking at the booklets and seeing what fabulous things you could have. Not because I was acquisitive, I was not. But I just loved the wonderful costumes. But once I had the wonderful costumes, I didn't really know what to do with them. But I have to admit... So that's why they're kind of in tableau. And they probably would have been in tableau when I was a child, which is why they have remained so pristine. Did I show you I didn't, did I? This was my very first Sindy. Hello, very first Sindy. She has to wear a bobble hat now because when I went on a camping holiday, I tried to dry her hair over the gas burner and then it didn't work. So she's permanently hatted now. So when I got another one, I kept the hair in very good order, but unfortunately lovely first Sindy had a bit of a bad hair lifetime thanks to me. Finally, before I finish this, I'm just going to do one of those whizzy things now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ho! Right, it's going to be a bit bright over here. This is a bit of a curiosity. This is what remains of my Camberwick green. Now, it was made of very, very brittle plastic. If you're not from England, you might have a clue about Camberwick green. And if you're not of a certain age, you won't have a clue about Camberwick green. I'm sure you can go and look it up. Camberwick green. It was on something called Watch with Mother at lunchtimes on the BBC. And I probably saw quite a lot of it because I didn't go to school very much. And... you can probably see why for having all these lovely things at home. Anyway, yes, this is what remains of it, and it is so delicate. I can't really, I've labelled it just in case somebody wants to know what it is in the future. That's Mr. Carraway, the fishmonger, outside his shop, but his shutter broke off because it was so fragile. I've forgotten what the baker was called, but that's Mr. Baker outside his bakery, and the window broke off because it was so fragile. It was made of absolutely brittle stuff. It's Mr. Oh dear, hang on, I'll put him back down the floor. There you go. That's the postman that you can't even see. That's the postman, and that there's Mrs. Honeyman, the busybody. The postman used to have a post box. There used to be a post box and a central point with a tree, like on a village green, but that has gone. And this is the post office. Post office, does it say post office? And if it does, you can't see it. And again, that's a little bit broken, but there is the post office lady. And that is Dr. Mop and Dr. Mop's surgery, which now has no door. So it's open house at Dr. Mop's. He's waving you in. I just thought I'd share that with you because I don't know how many of these will have survived, because they were, you know, I took so good care of things, and yet they still broke. I mean, they were just... I'm surprised it's even here. I'm going to cover it back up again now. Oh God, I've just knocked something over. Right, I'll come back to that in a minute. Right, anything else I can tell you? I don't think so. I think we've seen everybody. Is anybody I can show you in closer? No, I'm just over egging the pudding, as it were now. It's a vegan egg, I have to stress. Okay, let's finish off there then with my Canterbury Patch. Thank you for joining me. Bye.